The recent Canadian election sent shockwaves through the nation, ushering in a new era of Canadian politics. The results were unexpected and left many political analysts scrambling to understand the implications. Mark Carney, the former governor of the Bank of England, led the Liberal Party to a stunning victory. His campaign was marked by a series of strategic moves that resonated deeply with the electorate. This triumph marked a significant shift in the political landscape. It was a clear indication that Canadians were ready for a new direction. It signaled a rejection of the status quo and a yearning for change. Carney's victory was unexpected, yet it was a testament to his ability to connect with voters on a personal level. He had inherited a Liberal Party grappling with fatigue after nearly a decade in power. The party was in desperate need of rejuvenation and fresh ideas. The electorate appeared ready for change. They were eager to see new faces and hear new voices in the political arena. The Conservative Party, led by the fiery Pierre Poilievre, seemed poised to capitalize on this sentiment. Poilievre's aggressive campaign tactics had garnered significant attention. However, Carney's campaign struck a chord with Canadians. His message was one of hope, renewal, and practical solutions to everyday problems. He promised a fresh start. His vision for the future included bold initiatives and a commitment to addressing long-standing issues. He vowed to address the pressing issues facing the nation, from the affordability crisis to climate change. His policy proposals were both ambitious and detailed. His message of hope and renewal resonated with voters across the political spectrum. People from all walks of life found something to believe in. The election results were decisive. The Liberals secured a comfortable majority, defying pollsters and pundits alike. It was a night of celebration and reflection. Carney's victory was a testament to his leadership, his vision, and his ability to connect with ordinary Canadians. His journey from a financial expert to a political leader had just begun, promising a new chapter for Canada. Justin Trudeau's tenure as Prime Minister was marked by both triumph and tribulation. Early in his leadership, Trudeau enjoyed widespread popularity. He was seen as a charismatic and progressive leader. He promised sunny ways and a more inclusive Canada. However, as Trudeau's time in office wore on, his star began to fade. A series of scandals tarnished his image. His handling of the economy drew criticism. The cost of living continued to rise, leaving many Canadians struggling to make ends meet. By the time the 2025 election rolled around, Trudeau's legacy was decidedly mixed. While he had championed progressive causes and raised Canada's profile on the world stage, he had also lost the trust of many Canadians. The Liberal Party recognized the need for change. They made the strategic decision to replace Trudeau with Carney. This gamble paid off, breathing new life into the party and ultimately securing their victory. Mark Carney's background is as unique as it is impressive. He rose to prominence as a respected economist. He held key positions in both the Canadian and British governments. His experience navigating the 2008 financial crisis earned him international acclaim. Carney's expertise and steady hand were precisely what Canada needed in a time of global uncertainty. The COVID-19 pandemic had upended the world economy. The geopolitical landscape was shifting rapidly. Canadians were looking for a leader who could guide them through these turbulent times. Carney's campaign focused on his economic credentials. He promised to steer Canada towards a more sustainable and equitable future. He pledged to make life more affordable for everyday Canadians. Carney's message resonated with voters. They saw in him a leader who understood the challenges they faced. They believed in his ability to deliver on his promises. The New Democratic Party, NDP, led by Jagmeet Singh, played a pivotal role in the 2025 election. Their influence was felt across the political landscape, shaping the outcome in unexpected ways. While the NDP did not win the election, their strategic decision to support the Liberals in Parliament proved crucial to Carney's victory. This move showcased their ability to influence major political outcomes despite not holding the majority. The NDP, a left-leaning party, had been critical of the Liberals in the past. Their critiques often centered around issues of social justice, economic inequality, and environmental policies. However, they recognized the greater threat posed by a conservative government. The potential rollback of progressive policies was a significant concern for the NDP. They believed that a conservative victory would be detrimental to the interests of working Canadians. Protecting the rights and welfare of the working class has always been a cornerstone of the NDP's platform. In a calculated gamble, Singh announced that the NDP would support the Liberals in a minority government situation. This decision was not made lightly and involved extensive internal discussions and debates. This decision effectively prevented an early election, which many believed would have benefited the Conservatives. The NDP's move was seen as a strategic masterstroke in political circles. The NDP's support for the Liberals came at a price. They demanded significant policy concessions in return for their backing. They extracted key concessions from the Liberals on issues such as healthcare and climate change. These were critical areas where the NDP wanted to see substantial progress. This strategic alliance ultimately helped to secure Carney's victory and keep the Conservatives out of power. The NDP's calculated gamble paid off, ensuring their influence in shaping Canada's future policies. Section 5. The Trump Factor, Uniting Canadians Against a Common Threat. A surprising factor in the Canadian election was the influence of former U.S. President Donald Trump. His presence loomed large even across the border, affecting the political landscape in unexpected ways. Trump, known for his unpredictable behavior and controversial rhetoric, had long been a source of fascination and frustration for Canadians. His every move was closely watched and often criticized by the Canadian media. During his presidency, Trump had made several disparaging remarks about Canada, questioning its policies and leadership. He had imposed tariffs on Canadian goods, which affected the economy and strained trade relations. He had threatened to scrap the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, causing uncertainty and concern among Canadian businesses and politicians. His actions had strained relations between the two countries, creating a sense of unease and tension. However, it was Trump's comments in the lead-up to the Canadian election that would have the most significant impact. His words resonated deeply with Canadians, stirring emotions and debates. In a series of interviews and rallies, Trump expressed his desire to annex Canada, a statement that shocked many. He claimed that Canada would be better off as part of the United States, a notion that was both provocative and controversial. Trump's pronouncements were met with a mixture of amusement and outrage in Canada. The idea of annexation was seen as absurd by many, yet it also sparked serious discussions. While some dismissed his comments as mere bluster, others saw them as a genuine threat to Canadian sovereignty. This unexpected factor united Canadians in a way few other issues could, bringing them together against a common external threat. Section 6. Annexation, a threat or a gift. Trump's talk of annexing Canada was not entirely new. He had made similar comments in the past, often in a joking manner. However, this time felt different. Trump's rhetoric had taken on a more serious tone. In a widely publicized interview with Time magazine, Trump doubled down on his annexation comments. He argued that Canada was ripe for the taking, and that its vast natural resources rightfully belong to the United States. Canada has so much to offer, Trump declared. They've got oil, they've got timber, they've got fresh water, and frankly, they're not using it very well. They'd be much better off as part of the United States. Trump's comments sparked a firestorm of controversy. Canadian politicians from all parties condemned his remarks. The Canadian public was outraged. Trump's annexation talk had inadvertently united Canadians against a common enemy. Section 7. Charting a New Course. Carney's Bold Vision for Canada. Mark Carney's victory speech on election night was a defining moment for his leadership. He thanked Canadians for their trust and outlined his bold vision for the future. Central to this vision was a commitment to charting a new course for Canada on the world stage, one defined by independence and self-reliance. Carney acknowledged the anxieties many Canadians felt about the United States' increasingly unpredictable behavior. He pledged to stand up for Canadian interests, even when it meant disagreeing with its closest ally. "The world has changed," Carney declared. "The old certainties are gone. Canada must be prepared to chart its own course in this new world." He went on to outline his plan for reducing Canada's economic dependence on the United States. This included diversifying Canada's trading partners, investing in Canadian industries, and reducing reliance on American supply chains. Section 8. Challenges Ahead, Navigating a Complex Global Landscape. While Carney's victory speech was met with enthusiasm by many Canadians, he faces a daunting array of challenges as he takes office. The global landscape is more complex and uncertain than ever before. The rise of populism, the threat of climate change, and the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic present significant challenges for any world leader. One of Carney's most pressing challenges is addressing the affordability crisis gripping Canada. The cost of housing, healthcare, and education has skyrocketed in recent years. Many Canadians are struggling to make ends meet. Carney has pledged to make life more affordable for Canadians. However, he will need to balance this priority with the need to manage the government's finances responsibly. Another significant challenge for Carney is uniting a divided populace. The Canadian electorate is more polarized than it has been in decades. Political discourse has become increasingly toxic. Section 9. A defining moment, Canada's future on the world stage. Mark Carney's election as Prime Minister of Canada marks a defining moment in the nation's history. He takes office at a time of great uncertainty and opportunity. The decisions he makes in the coming months and years will have a profound impact on the lives of Canadians and on Canada's place in the world. Carney's victory is a testament to the enduring appeal of hope and change in politics. It is a reminder that even in times of division and uncertainty, voters are drawn to leaders who offer a positive vision for the future. The world is watching to see how Carney will navigate the challenges ahead. If he can deliver on his promises of affordability, unity, and independence, he has the potential to usher in a new era of prosperity and progress for Canada.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.